All right, it's Sunday statement draft time. I've got the trivia question. If you get it right, you get the first pick. If you get it wrong, I do. With his 8th win yesterday, Mike Tomlin clinched his 13th straight non-losing season to start his coaching career. Only one other coach in NFL history has had 13 straight non-losing seasons to start his career. Who is he? 2 hints. He's not in the Hall of Fame, and he coached a team in the Steelers division.
Whoa. And
it's not Jim Turner.
Bum Phillips.
Oh, that's not a bad guess.
Okay.
That's not a bad guess. Marty Schottenheimer.
Ah, man, Marty.
14 straight non-losing
Man,
seasons.
that's impressive. Yeah, Marty's one of the great coaches in the history of the league that nobody will ever remember because they didn't get to a Super Bowl or win a Super Bowl. But wow, I didn't even realize that. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and I hate to be obvious with these Sunday statement drafts, but if we're not and we post the outcome on Instagram or Twitter, people are going to be like, why'd you leave the guy out? Got to start with George Kittle.
Yeah.
It was the statement of the year.
Right.
4th and 2, he makes the catch.
Right.
He gets face masked, and he drags a guy 20 yards down the field while his face mask is being grabbed, completely flips a game that was one play away from the Saints winning it. It was over if the Saints make this stop. And there's George Kittle, and he is not gone, but deep enough into New Orleans territory. When you tack on the penalty, the field goal is a chip shot, relatively speaking, and the 49ers get a much-needed win. They complete that gauntlet. They had the Packers, the Ravens, and the Saints, the latest ever in a season in the Super Bowl era that a team had 3 straight opponents, 80% or more winning percentage, and they come out of it 2-1, and they almost beat the Ravens.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, you're right. Not bad. And, I mean, the weather played a factor in that Ravens game, too. But the 49ers clearly are one of the best teams in football. That was an awesome game yesterday. And I think George Kittle is safe to say he is the new best tight end in football. He has taken that mantle from Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce's awesome, but I don't think he's George Kittle at this point. All right, I'm going to go with Bashaud Breeland. The Kansas City Chiefs, him, Steve Spagnuolo. I mean, the defensive coordinator.
Which one? Which
but
one are you
Bashaud
picking?
Breeland is who I want.
Why don't you just pick the entire Chiefs
organization?
organization?
I almost gave him the whole of the defense. I almost did do the whole defense. But Bashaud Breeland specifically. One, okay, he's a guy that, yes, you've heard me in the back at times go, oh, gosh, and pass interference call by Bashaud Breeland. Shocker. Yeah, he's got a lot of those this year. All right, so I ragged on him a little bit early in the game yesterday. But whether it was the 4th and 3 knockdown pass, one-on-one with him and Julian Edelman, that was a great play. Had the interception on Tom Brady earlier in the game that set up the short field for the Kansas City Chiefs and helped them go up 17-7, I believe, at that point. So that was huge. And, the Kansas City Chiefs defense is a bigger discussion than just Bashaud Breeland, too. That was our question about the Chiefs. And, again, I know the Patriots are not the Patriots offense that we're used to seeing, but, man, New England finds ways to win in December at home. And the defense was the star of the show for the Kansas City Chiefs yesterday. They did a great job, and I think they are an improving unit.
You did pick the Chiefs to win. I'll give you that credit. I thought that the Patriots, after losing to the Texans, they would get it together.
Yeah.
They had to get together. They almost did get it together.
Yeah.
But then booed off the field at halftime by their own fans. It just tells you how long of a day it was. But the Chiefs defense.
How can you do that?
What do you mean?
How can you even boo? I mean, what have they been in the Super Bowl for 19 years in a row?
You don't like what you see. You don't like what you see. You're paying good money. Quit hitting the table. You're paying good money to go out there and freeze your ass off on a Sunday in December.
Yes.
And you expect a certain standard at this point, and when they don't live up to it, it's a human reaction.
They lose by 7 to one of the better teams in the AFC.
You can't help it. If you don't like what you see, what are you supposed to say? You boo.
I guess. Yes, I know.
Boo.
I know.
Jeter got booed.
He did. I don't know. Did
Everybody gets booed.
I'm not sure if
except
he did.
you.
That got booed a lot.
All right. I got to go with Todd Gurley.
Yeah.
Because even though his numbers weren't spectacular, 23 carries, 4 other touches. This is the straw that stirs the drink for the Rams, and they have been using the straw sparingly. And now that they're getting to crunch time, they've recognized. And this isn't Sean McVay deciding he's no longer an idiot. This was strategic. This was tactical. This was, we need to protect Todd Gurley's knee.
Yeah.
They don't say it. They don't want to say it. Todd Gurley doesn't like it when you talk about it. But when he is able to carry the load that he carried last night, the Rams are a different team. The question is it too late? Right? They've recovered well from that blowout loss they sustained 2 weeks ago against the Ravens. Can they finish? Will it even matter? They could run the table and not get in. But Todd Gurley, what a statement from him. He is back. The Rams are back. And it's been very impressive to see what they've done in the 2 games since a loss where it felt like
drubbing.
they just wanted to go to bed, just get us out of here. To recover from that, a testament to Sean McVay's ability as a coach. He pressed all the right buttons, and they're fine.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's McVay's a great leader. I mean, that's what you see. He brings great energy, and Jared Goff's played well. And, yes, getting back to Todd Gurley certainly has helped them out. And their defense is, the defense has special players, so they can make special plays happen, and they can even dominate a team like the Seattle Seahawks and Russell Wilson. And that was a shocking performance. It really was. I did not expect them to run away with that football game. Now, it helps when, the Seahawks drop a 4th down conversion and another 3rd down conversion early in the game when you go, okay, here they are going to get some momentum, and then they mess it up that way. But either way, the Rams were clearly the better football team. All right, I'm going Ryan Tannehill as far as a statement on Sunday. I got to. I mean, when you got 21 completions.
I was going to take him. I'm not saying.
Oh, yeah. I figured you were. Yeah, 21 completions for 391 yards. It's just it's hard for me not to say that's a statement. That's a strong statement. And I just think this is the difference between why the Tennessee Titans, of course, are dangerous, but in my eyes, a team that's truly dangerous for the playoffs this year because, one, they got Derrick Henry, the dump truck, as Coach Dungy calls him. They got him rolling. And Tannehill, I am big into the stat of what was there to be had, and does a quarterback take full advantage? I see some games where quarterbacks throw 300 yards, and I go, yeah, that was good, but there was 550 there to be had, and the guy missed throws. Ryan Tannehill doesn't leave 1 yard on the field. If there's a guy open by, a hair, he somehow gets the ball in there and threads the needle and throws a touchdown. I mean, here, off his back foot, across the field to Jonnu Smith. I mean, just phenomenal that way. Got to give the guy credit. He didn't get really the credit he deserved when he was in Miami and things were going well, and had a teammates and wife and everything bag on him, which I still don't understand. But either way, he's proven a lot of people wrong here with his little stint with the Tennessee Titans.
You left out the best part.
Right.
His tackle.
Oh, my
That's
gosh,
the thing
you're
they're going to show in the film room today, and they're going to go nuts.
They are going to go nuts. That's going to endear himself to the football team. You're exactly right. I heard you talk about it on radio before I got in here, but I don't know if we got that play. But there was a fumble? It was a fumble, and I can't even remember what the heck happened on that. It was an interception. It was
there was a guy that was rumbling, bumbling, and stumbling to the end zone. And here comes Ryan Tannehill.
Here it is.
If you're watching on TV, if you're listening on radio,
going a screen pass.
And there he goes. And Tannehill was determined. He got blocked, and he swung around. And 30 yards later, boom!
I mean, tackle, full speed.
Popped him. And that is the kind of thing, you're right, it will endear him to his teammates. Yes. He's playing with reckless abandon. He told me last week he cherishes everything now. Yeah. And he's going to ride this as long as he can. Oh, by the way, he's a free agent after the season.
Yeah, well,
and I think
Tennessee Titans are going to have to re-sign him.
You better re-sign him because there's going to be some people out there paying attention to Ryan Tannehill.
I agree, yeah.
All right, I got to come up with one more. I guess I made it a superlative, but you know what? We already gave Danielle Hunter some run.
Yeah, you can't go again.
I got to go Phillip Rivers.
Go
Phillip Rivers.
Okay, fine.
45-10.
Yeah.
Phillip Rivers. When we're ready to float him on an iceberg.
Yeah.
They're ready to bench him for Tyrod Taylor.
Right.
Tyrod Taylor played yesterday for reasons completely opposite of what we thought. The last thing we thought is Tyrod Taylor's going to be mopping up a blowout in a good way.
Yeah. We
thought he'd be in for Phillip Rivers, who was benched. 16 of 22, 314 yards, 3 touchdowns, and only 1 sack. A 154.4 passer rating for Phillip Rivers. A great turnaround from him after 3 tough, ugly games. And now they got the Vikings coming to town, and they can really kind of spoil the Vikings. They can help the other LA team.
Yeah, that's right.
Rams fans should be very... But if you're the Chargers and you're just irritated about the way the Rams have treated you, maybe you lay down in this one. Not that the players are going to do it, but from the organization standpoint, they probably aren't going to be upset if the Rams stay out of the playoffs. Actually, I mean, really, it does. You're competing for dollars. You're competing for fans in the same market.
Yeah.
On a year that you don't go to the playoffs, you don't want the Rams to go.
Right.
But they do want to win as many games as they can. And Phillip Rivers is, this is his swan song. He's going to go out there and do everything he can to win. We saw it yesterday. Austin Eckler had the double-triple, as MDS coined that phrase. 100-plus yards receiving, 100-plus yards rushing. So much for Melvin Gordon. He won't be back next year when they christen that new stadium. But Eckler getting it done, Rivers getting it done. He won't be back either, but kind of a neat way for him to begin that process of his last few games with the Chargers.
Yeah, definitely. No doubt about it. And the Chargers are dangerous. I mean, that's not going to be easy for your Minnesota Vikings with that defense. And then, Rivers and their offense, they got weapons. As long as he doesn't throw, dumb interceptions, they're tough to beat. All right, my last one. I'm double dipping on the game, but because I think you picked the wrong person from the game. So I got to go back to it. I'm going to Jimmy Garoppolo. He made a statement on Sunday. Again, I understand Kyle Shanahan was there to make, design a lot of great plays, but Jimmy Garoppolo played awesome. I don't think anybody would have gone in that game and went, ooh, if it becomes a shootout between Breeze and Garoppolo will come out on top. That's where I think he made a statement. And, the big question was, excuse me, as I choke on myself, was Jimmy Garoppolo and his ability to carry the team if they fell behind in a big moment or they couldn't, run the ball as dominant as we see them do. Well, he did. He answered the bell many times yesterday, whether it was here where they were down 20-7, one play, 75-yard touchdown. I understand they had the trick play, reverse pass, great job. Okay. Hey, again, there's Tom Brady got trick passes yesterday. Drew Brees got trick passes from Taysom Hill. So we can't count that against Jimmy Garoppolo. The bottom line is he threw for 349 yards, 4 touchdowns, and he was 26-35 on the road against one of the best teams in football. And as we know, one of the toughest environments in football. He came through, and that's why it was a statement. I just got to give him some credit because people have been questioning him. And
you've been questioning him.
Well, I get it. Yeah, I mean, I have. You know me. I keep it real. Yes, I questioned some of the bonehead moments he had during the year, but he's starting to show me something the last 4 or 5 weeks. Even in the loss against the Seattle Seahawks, there was some bad, but there was some good too to build on.
Hey, I say all the time, teams get better as the season unfolds. Players get better as the season unfolds, and we're seeing it with Garoppolo. I still need to see a little bit more in adversity, but hey,
but it was a good start.
Good start.
Okay,
I'm a believer.
Okay,
Rodney's a believer now too. He wasn't a believer a couple of weeks ago. He's a believer now.
He's a believer now. I like how he tried to blame it all on us at the end of the show. What, you guys didn't believe? No, we're talking about you. You didn't believe Jimmy Garoppolo.
All right, there's your draft outcome. George Kittle, Todd Gurley, Phillip Rivers for me, Bashaud Breeland, Ryan Tannehill, Jimmy Garoppolo for Simms.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.